You're listening to the Lost Cabin Lodge from Brown County, Indiana. And now your hosts, Frank Jones and Tracy Sheets.
Hey, you made it. Good to have you with us at the Lost Cabin Lodge. And go ahead and take that path right there between those two sycamores. There you go. Now hop the creek and be careful. The rocks are kind of slippery. Come on up the hill. You know, you found it. You're at the Lost Cabin Lodge, and we're glad to have you. Just find a spot on the front porch and have a seat.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Frank Jones.
And Tracy Sheets.
And welcome to the Lost Cabin Lodge Radio Hour on this April 2nd. We are your Southern Indiana outlet for local and regional music.
And on this month's show, our featured musician is singer-songwriter Robbie Bowden, and our guest will be Richard Tinkle.
And we have a segment coming up from our Lost Cabin Kitchen.
Calling me. The mist is rising from the ground, the wind is blowing through the trees. Out on the hill a coyote howls, the leaves are red and gold. This ancient song brings to me a memory, oh so. The flower blossoms disappear, the moon is full, October's here. It's the night of the jack-o'-lantern moon. I held you in another time, it ended all too soon. It's not a dream, I realize as I stare at the jack-o'-lantern moon. Old legends sing of lovers bound by fate who must return. This magic midnight calls her name, and cold the fire burns in the face of the jack-o'-lantern moon. The flower blossoms disappear, the moon is full, October's here. It's the night of the jack-o'-lantern moon.
Okay, that song was from our featured musician Robbie Bowden off of his new CD entitled Been Around. The song is Down Home Folks. Frank had a chance to interview Robbie this month, so let's hear part of that right now.
Hi, everybody. We're sitting here talking with Robbie Bowden in beautiful downtown Nashville, Indiana. And it's quite the pleasure to finally get the chance to bring a good friend into the radio show. Every musician has that point where they hear when they were a kid or they were adolescent or adult or whatever. When they get into music, they hear it and it turns them towards music for the rest of their life. What was that point for you? What was the first music you heard that started that?
My dad played all kinds of music. There was a radio, and then we got a hi-fi. He played everything from barbershop to Tchaikovsky and everything in between, and I just loved music. Period. I listened to it all the time, and then rock and roll came on. An American Bandstand came on television, and all of a sudden there was Chuck Berry and all these other things. And at Little Richard, my dad didn't know what to think of Little Richard. But Dave Gore and I started harmonizing together on old country songs when we were in high school. We did this a cappella. I mean, old Louvin Brothers things and and Bill Monroe and stuff like that. and we got this harmony thing going on where I'd sing the melody and he'd sing the tenor, just like the Everly Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
And that was probably my first itch that I had to scratch.
We're sitting here in your home, and we're looking at all the posters and different portraits of the folks that you've played music with.
What I have here is the String Bean String Band. We started in 1972. Dave Gore, Kenny Apparilla, Paul Pell, and myself. Then Paul left the band, and we had Scott Mary joined the band, and Bob Cheevers joined the band. We ended up touring all over, playing all over the country. We went to California, and then we took that band to Phoenix, Arizona, and I was the last one to leave 9 years later.
You like the area then, huh?
Yeah.
Number 5 on the CD, High Lonesome Wind.
Yeah.
What's the story on that song?
Well, actually, we were living in a high mountain valley. You could look south and see Pikes Peak just looming over us.
Wow.
Up above Colorado Springs. And I would go out walking, and the line, "Darling dark-eyed lady, Lord, you make me smile." That started the song.
One of my favorite songs, High Lonesome Wind.
Darling dark-eyed lady, Lord, you make me smile. How I'd love to run to you and hold you for a while. It's been so long since I've been gone. I see the look you wore. I told you that I had to go. I thought I needed more. And still I ride this high lonesome wind, wondering if this heart will sing again. Like a river flows when the loving grows, and my heart can mend again. And lately I've been thinking about what I've been through. If I were there again, I know what I would do. I'd take you in my arms and try to hold your smile. If I could win your love, could I stay a while? And still I ride this high lonesome wind, wondering if this heart will sing again. Like a river flows when the loving grows, and my heart can mend again. And still I ride this high lonesome wind, wondering if this heart will sing again. Like a river flows when the loving grows, and my heart can mend again.
And there you have it. Well, we're going to hear from some of our sponsors right now, but we'll be right back. Hope you enjoyed the music. There's plenty more to come.
Mike's Music and Dance Barn.
When it's Saturday night in Brown County, folks all over southern Indiana head to Mike's Music and Dance Barn for fun for the entire family. It's been southern Indiana's line dancing music venue for over 20 years. So next time you're planning anything from a weekend getaway to a business retreat, call the Dance Barn for a list of accommodations available. 812-988-8636.
We'd like to welcome our new supporters to the Lost Cabin Lodge, the Brown County Playhouse and Performing Arts Center. We sure appreciate them becoming one of our family of sponsors. When you're visiting Brown County, stop at the Brown County Playhouse Performing Arts Center in the heart of Nashville, Indiana, at 70 South Van Buren Street. They have full-time year-round live shows and movies. And coming up April 22nd is Grammy Award-winning artist Asleep at the Wheel. On April 29th, it's the Bundys in concert. May 6th, it's comedian Ross Bennett. Show and ticket information at browncountyplayhouse.org.
With Easter flowers and tornado sirens comes tax season, a sacred time in which God-fearing citizens are invited to look through an entire year's worth of expenditures and are forced to once again come to terms with their meager earnings. From watching my parents do their taxes, I think I know the basic procedure. Starting with a routine cry session, you dig into shoeboxes upon shoeboxes of old receipts, reminiscing about fun family vacations and realizing only now that you overpaid for that like-new car you bought from your mother's cousin's son, Lenny. You do your best to remember what you donated to Goodwill over the course of the year, kicking yourself for never accepting those little tickets they always try to offer you with the itemization of your generosity. Finally, you flex your basic math skills that have been deteriorating in your temporal lobe since you were a sophomore in high school, and cross your fingers as you send it off for a miniature judgment day. At worst, you get an aggressive and stressful audit. Well, at best, you have some extra cash to put towards an above-ground pool. It's an experience as quintessential as hot dogs in July or spiced apple pie. It is truly the American experience.
This is Robbie Bowden. You're listening to The Lost Cabin Lodge.
Bear Wallow Distillery, right here in southern Indiana.
Bear Wallow Distillery is one of the first craft distilleries in Indiana. We use only locally grown grains to make spirits in an old-fashioned copper pot kettle. Next time you're headed to Nashville, stop in and take a tour. We're located 5 miles east of Nashville on Old State Road 46. Bear Wallow Distillery, Narbonne, Indiana. Call us at 812-657-4923.
Hi, we're sitting here talking to Robbie Bowden still, and I just wanted to ask him one question as a songwriter myself. Do you feel that you still have that need to write, that need to create?
Yeah, it's not an everyday thing.
Sure.
I have these moments where the muse comes screaming at me, you know, and I have to sit down and do something. So the last couple of days, I've been working on this melody that came to me because of the wind chimes out in front of my place.
Perfect. Inspiration in the strangest places.
You betcha.
Isn't it? That is the best. That is great.
The sea, that's where I want to be, out on the breeze, resting up my mind, not counting up the time it takes me, sailing on far away from things that trouble me. Sky, Lord, that's just where I long to be, resting on a cloud so white, nothing but the sound of wings in flight. Gazing in your eyes makes me realize my dreams are there. When I'm close to you, I can't help but lose all my care.
Welcome to the Brown County Inn.
Folks, if you're doing a 2-week vacation or an overnight getaway, you owe it to yourself to stay at the Brown County Inn in Nashville, Indiana. The Brown County Inn has great rooms, a fantastic restaurant, a year-round indoor-outdoor swimming pool, and live entertainment every weekend, all within walking distance of downtown Nashville. Look for us online or call us at 800-772-5249.
You're always welcome at the Brown County Inn.
Well, the summer sunburned ground is spread out all around. I'm driving down this highway on another crazy day, and I've been up and down and all around on a road that goes no place. And I'm getting gray hairs in my beard and wrinkles on my face, and the time keeps rolling on. Everything seems the same. Sometimes I get to where I don't even know my name. And I play guitar in a traveling band for bars and one-night stands. Sometimes it's better than working for a living, and I do the best I can. I wear old blue jeans, I drive a pickup truck, I'm a tax-paying citizen too. Sometimes I got Sundays off, once in a while a vacation, I reckon that'll have to do. And the time keeps rolling on, everything seems the same. And sometimes I get to where I don't even know my name. So I keep on moving on, ain't got time to stay too long. I'm just living from day to day, 'cause I forgot just what went wrong. But there's someone waiting for me at the end of the line. I said, when I get off this road, I know she'll ease my mind. But now the time keeps rolling on, everything seems the same. Sometimes I get to where I don't know my name. And the time keeps rolling on, everything seems the same. Sometimes I get to where I don't even know my name.
go ahead and hear another song.
I don't know what road I'm on. Half the time I don't really care. Listening to that music down inside me, I reckon it'll always be there. I reckon it'll always be there. I'm alive and picking. I ain't never lost that feeling, alive and picking. Them words get in my head and keep on sticking. I'm alive and picking. I'm alive and picking. They asked me if I'd go along. I didn't know exactly what to say. I've been a lot of places that were nowhere at all. I came here mostly just to play. I came here mostly just to play. I'm alive and picking. I ain't never lost that feeling, alive and picking. Them words get in my head and keep on sticking. I'm alive and picking. I'm alive and picking. They say it takes a lot of dues to make you strong. They say it takes a lot of blues to make a song. They say it takes a lot of help from up above. My music is my love, and I'm alive and picking. Yes, I am. They say it takes a lot of dues to make you strong. They say it takes a lot of blues to make a song. They say it takes a lot of help from up above. My music is my love, and I'm alive and picking.
Stop in the Caramel Corn Cottage at 82 North Van Buren Street in Nashville, Indiana. Try their sweet treats and flavored popcorn made from scratch in their big copper kettle. Caramel Corn Cottage is open 7 days a week from 10 to 5, or go online, caramelcorncottage.com, or call 1-812-988-6011. And remember,
buy one bag of popcorn for the price of two and get the second one absolutely free.
well, listen, this is outstanding. I can't thank you enough for coming out and being part of the show. The Lost Cabin Lodge is about music of the Midwest. No greater representation is there than Robbie Bowden of Brown County, Indiana. We're really, really happy you came on the show, Robbie.
Thank you, guys. It's been a pleasure.
Not a problem. For information on Robbie Bowden, performing and scheduling, you can go to lostcabinlodge.com and click on Contacts.
Well, hey, Marla, I heard there's a new man living on your block.
There sure is, Charlie. He moved in just last week.
Have you had a chance to get to know him?
Not yet, but he looks like a nice fella. I'm pretty sure he's a hunter and trapper.
How can you tell?
Because he drives a Ferrari.
Hi, everybody. We're here talking to Jim Rispoli at the Caramel Corn Cottage at 82 North Van Buren Street in beautiful Nashville. We're on the north side of Nashville, or as we like to call it, the top two blocks. And we're here talking to Jim about his wonderful fare that he has at the store. Caramel Corn Heaven is where we are right now. Jim, how long have you been at this particular location?
Well, I've bought the shop here in 1998, and it is started by the Pope family in 1978. So it's been here since 1998. I've had it for almost 19 years now.
So it's been here almost 40.
Yeah, it's
wow,
well established.
Yeah, it really is. When you first came in, as I remember, I grew up in this area, and I remember it being here, and it just didn't seem like there was this many items on the menu. When you came in, how many items did they have for sale here?
Frank, when I came in, it had cheese corn and caramel corn. Over the years, I've developed a few more.
Yes, and as personally, I'd like to say thank you for doing that.
Like I've got white cheese, yellow cheese, original caramel corn, double dip caramel corn, pecans, peanuts, walnuts, light, and then I've got a caramel delight, which is no hard kernels or hulls.
Ooh, that's for me.
So it's just easier to digest. I did that because of people that coming in here with diverticulitis.
Sure. Yeah.
I have that in bacon flavor, maple flavored, buttery toffee, light, and just the original caramel corn.
And everything is made from scratch, is that correct?
Everything is scratch.
Big, giant copper kettle sitting out there that y'all cook this stuff in. It is outstanding. I tried some as I came in and probably will on my way out. As far as the ones you mentioned, what are some of the top sellers that you have here at the Caramel Corn Cottage?
Well, our caramel delights are the most popular. And the buttery toffee delights, the buttery toffee popcorn are the most popular.
I can understand that.
We also have drinks. We have slush puppies, the original slush puppy machines. We do freeze-ups, which is like a shake-up, only there's so much more to it.
Right.
We have Oriental ice cream in here now.
Oh, cool.
And some American ice cream. Ice cream bars, I might add. People are amazed when they walk into the shop and says, "You have a blank spot in here that's open for anything else?" We always find something.
Well, I tell you what, you've done a real good job of filling out the shelves. And I'm sure that all of our listeners, when you folks come in here, you are going to be amazed because the first thing that you experience is the incredible smell of the Caramel Corn Cottage. It is definitely something that you want to take with you, which would be in the form of a bag of popcorn. So feel free to come in and check this stuff out. Jim, what hours of operation do you have here?
Frank, I believe that this is a tourist town.
Yeah.
And there's tourists coming to town. They want to see stores open.
You betcha.
I'm open all the time.
Good for you. Now, we do have a pretty good online presence here for you guys. We have the caramelcorncottage.com as your website. And we also, from what I see, have a presence on Facebook that folks can check you out on.
You got to let people know you're here.
Right. Absolutely.
We're a red and white building on the north end of town.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you, Frank.
Caramel Corn Cottage.
Stop in the Caramel Corn Cottage at 82 North Van Buren Street in Nashville, Indiana. Try their sweet treats and flavored popcorn made from scratch in their big copper kettle. Caramel Corn Cottage is open 7 days a week from 10 to 5, or go online, caramelcorncottage.com, or call 1-812-988-6011. And remember,
Buy one bag of popcorn for the price of 2 and get the second one absolutely free.
Hi, Hillary. What did you get me for Easter this year?
I don't know, Bill. Do you want like a stuffed rabbit or a duck?
I kind of like the chicks.
I've known that for a long time.
Mike's Music and Dance Barn.
When it's Saturday night in Brown County, folks all over southern Indiana head to Mike's Music and Dance Barn for fun for the entire family. It's been southern Indiana's line dancing music venue for over 20 years. So next time you're planning anything from a weekend getaway to a business retreat, call the Dance Barn for a list of accommodations available. 812-988-8636.
Bear Wallow Distillery, right here in southern Indiana.
Bear Wallow Distillery is one of the first craft distilleries in Indiana. We use only locally grown grains to make spirits in an old-fashioned copper pot kettle. Next time you're headed to Nashville, stop in and take a tour. We're located 5 miles east of Nashville on Old State Road 46. Bear Wallow Distillery, Narbonne, Indiana. Call us at 812-657-4923.
We're the Harris Sisters, and you're listening to the Lost Cabin Lodge.
Welcome to the Brown County Inn.
Folks, if you're doing a 2-week vacation or an overnight getaway, you owe it to yourself to stay at the Brown County Inn in Nashville, Indiana. The Brown County Inn has great rooms, a fantastic restaurant, a year-round indoor-outdoor swimming pool, and live entertainment every weekend, all within walking distance of downtown Nashville. Look for us online or call us at 800-772-5249.
You're always welcome at the Brown County Inn.
When you're visiting Brown County, stop at the Brown County Playhouse Performing Arts Center in the heart of Nashville, Indiana, at 70 South Van Buren Street. They have full-time year-round live shows and movies. And coming up April 22nd is Grammy Award-winning artist Asleep at the Wheel. On April 29th, it's the Bundys in concert. May 6th, it's comedian Ross Bennett. Show and ticket information at browncountyplayhouse.org.
From the hills of southern Indiana, we're proud to present the Lost Cabin Lodge Kitchen, starring Martina and Delaney. Both of these young aspiring chefs enjoy camping, horseback riding, and Barbies. Take it away, girls.
Hello, I'm Delaney.
And I'm Martina.
And welcome to the Lost Cabin Kitchen. Today's recipe is fruit mint iced tea. The ingredients for this recipe are 1 quart water, 3 bags herbal tea, 2 bags herbal mint tea, 2 or 3 tablespoons of honey, and ice.
On the stove, heat the water until it is near boiling, then remove from heat.
Steep the bags of fruit tea and mint tea in the water for 4 minutes.
Remove the tea bag and stir in honey while the tea is still warm. Let the sweetened tea cool.
Fill tall glasses with plenty of ice, pour in the tea, and serve. A tip for this recipe, you can use just about any fruit-flavored tea.
Thanks everybody, and enjoy. See you next month.
Hey, Lindsay, what's a mountain man's favorite musical group?
Well, I don't know, Steve. What is a mountain man's favorite musical group?
Bon Jovi.
And we are back. We're sitting here with Richard Tinkle, a very gifted guitar player who has a new CD out just last year called North of Nashville. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Richard. Where are you from?
I'm from Shoals, Indiana, and now live in Paoli, Indiana.
That's the heart of Hoosier land right there, my man. That is absolutely a fact. How long have you been playing guitar?
I've been playing guitar for 39 years.
Far out. That is really cool. Where did you start playing?
Just on the front porch, sitting on the front porch, watching the trains roll by and picking the old guitar.
You have a couple different incarnation of bands. Talk to us, if you could, a little bit about these two bands, Southbound 5 and the Kirby Staley group.
Yeah, the Southbound 5 band is basically a classic country band. A lot of line dancing seems to be with that band, and a lot of guitar picking and steel guitar picking in that band. And the Kirby Staley group, he is artist, has his own CDs, and so I'm helping him with his CD, and he has a new CD coming out right away, and we're just showcasing Kirby Staley on that, helping him. And it's basically old country gospel.
What kind of songs do we have today, Richard? What did you bring for us to listen to?
Yeah, I like to do a lot of what they call country chicken picking.
Cool.
I just good old Telecaster at its best through a tube amplifier, and bring songs like called North of Nashville, which my album is named after. And of course I created that one in my mind on just north of Nashville. I was going to Nashville one time for some events. And then I got some songs I wrote, like one called 1987. That was the year I graduated, so it kind of puts me in mind the music I used to listen to when I was a teenager.
Sure.
And then I wrote one called Summertime, and kind of created that one where I was Smoky Mountains, riding my motorcycle, and that tune just kind of went through my head, and I've hung on to it and got it recorded.
That sounds great. That's a perfect spot for some inspiration to just strike, being surrounded by stuff like that. Let's go ahead and give a listen to North of Nashville. That was the most wonderful example of chicken picking I think I've heard in a long time. What other song do you have for us today, Richard?
I've got a tune called R.T. Telly, and that's some more chicken picking where I just wanted to just let the guitar flow and just have fun with it and let my mind create all the licks. And so R.T. Telly is a good little chicken picking tune.
That was a really great little song. What other selections do you have for us today, Richard?
I got a tune called Summertime, and it's got about the feel to it, about like the name Summertime, just a very it's kind of a rock tune, but it's a soft rock tune, and yeah, fairly mellow, and just enjoy it. Cool.
Richard, what kind of gigs do you have coming up here in the near future?
Yeah, we'll be playing April the 28th at the Mitchell Center with Southbound 5, and May the 5th at Skyhaven in Bedford with Southbound 5. And I've got the Old English reunion coming up May the 26th with the Kirby Staley Group.
What kind of contact information would you have?
Yeah, I'm best contacted on Facebook. Just search for Richard Tinkle on Facebook, and that'd be the best way.
And suffice to say, you can also contact Richard Tinkle here through the Lost Cabin Lodge radio hour at lostcabinlodge.com.
Welcome welcome to the Brown County Inn.
Folks, if you're doing a 2-week vacation or an overnight getaway, you owe it to yourself to stay at the Brown County Inn in Nashville, Indiana. The Brown County Inn has great rooms, a fantastic restaurant, a year-round indoor-outdoor swimming pool, and live entertainment every weekend, all within walking distance of downtown Nashville. Look for us online or call us at 800-772-5249.
You're always welcome at the Brown County Inn.
Hi, I'm Bill Clinton, and you're listening to The Lost Cabin Lodge, and we'll be back.
Caramel Corn Cottage.
Stop in the Caramel Corn Cottage at 82 North Van Buren Street in Nashville, Indiana. Try their sweet treats and flavored popcorn made from scratch in their big copper kettle. Caramel Corn Cottage is open 7 days a week from 10 to 5, or go online, caramelcorncottage.com, or call 1-812-988-6011. And remember,
Buy one bag of popcorn for the price of 2 and get the second one absolutely free.
for contact information, all you musicians out there, you can submit your songs and info to thelostcabinlodge.com and click on Contacts.
Mike's Music and Dance Barn.
When it's Saturday night in Brown County, folks all over southern Indiana head to Mike's Music and Dance Barn for fun for the entire family. It's been southern Indiana's line dancing music venue for over 20 years. So next time you're planning anything from a weekend getaway to a business retreat, call the Dance Barn for a list of accommodations available. 812-988-8636.
Distillery, right here in southern Indiana.
Bear Wallow Distillery is one of the first craft distilleries in Indiana. We use only locally grown grains to make spirits in an old-fashioned copper pot kettle. Next time you're headed to Nashville, stop in and take a tour. We're located 5 miles east of Nashville on Old State Road 46. Bear Wallow Distillery, Narbonne, Indiana. Call us at 812-657-4923.
This is Richard Tinkle, and you're listening to the Lost Cabin Lodge Radio Hour.
Okay, Frank, that about wraps up our show for this month.
And what a show it's been. Hey, we'd like to thank our musicians, our good friends who came in and helped us create this show for you folks today. We'd like to thank Robbie Bowden and Richard Tinkle for submitting their music to the Lost Cabin Lodge. We really appreciate it. The Lost Cabin Lodge Kitchen was brought to you by Martina and Delaney, and we sure do appreciate those young ladies. Now, next month, on the 7th of May, we'll have Keenan Rainwater as our featured artist. We sure hope you can join us. And, of course, our interns, Lindsay Hornicle, Jeff Coulter. Our co-producer is Brad Taft. Our executive producer is Del Sheets. This is Frank Jones.
And I'm Tracy Sheets.
From all of us here at the Lost Cabin Lodge, we'd like to say thank you very much for tuning in, and God bless.
Celebrity Voices provided by Billy Crace. This has been a Little Nashville Recording Studio production.